What up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. You can get up to 100 times your money.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code SPOTIFY. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
What's up, Cuzzy Wuzzies? You're listening to the Bay Ridge Boys, History Hyenas. Bad. What's up, everybody? It's Chrissy D here with Yanni P. We are the History Hyenas. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Of course, we have Zach Isis Face, fresh out of the Caliphate, doing his thing. White Wasp, Bardo Church could not make it today because,
They don't even care if he's here.
Yeah.
He's just a background player.
Yeah, he doesn't even talk.
He's here. Yeah, he's just someone that we just look over at.
Yeah,
You could have said Bardo Church is here. And
Nobody
they would have
care.
never even known if he was here.
Well, no, there's no camera on where he would be. He always sits back in the corner anyway, like with smoking a pipe.
Yeah, he's built like Kevin McHale too. I don't even know if he can fit in his tiny little cameras.
He still has his rat tail. We're here in the studio, Riotcast Studios. We got the picture. Zach found another disgusting, nauseating, terrifying picture of a hyena attempting to smile. But it's just got its tongue open and its fang fucking... The most disgusting part of this hyena's mouth and all hyenas' mouths is the fact that they have fang teeth on the side and then little baby infant teeth in the front. And their tongue... This is the first picture, though, you've pulled out, Zach, where the hyena's tongue is not actually jet black from licking the assholes of a dying animal. This has got a clean red tongue.
Yeah.
Which is, at least we have that.
This hyena looks like he's a Kiss fan.
And now we have hyenas. Yannis found an article yesterday. Was it the New York Post?
New York Post. They must be listening to our podcast.
The New York Post now all of a sudden wrote an article about the complexity and mystery of the hyena as an animal and mentioned its pseudopenis and mentioned all things that we've spoken about. So what we need you guys to do, our loyal fans and loyal pseudopenises and everyone who comes and is part of the matriarch, because you make no mistake, you guys are part of the matriarch. If you're fucking with us, you are part of the matriarch and you're part of our tribe. You need to make sure when you hear hyenas and when you start to hear it go into mainstream, because it's happening, tell them where you found it first.
Yeah.
And it's right here where the Bay Ridge Boys presents History Hyenas. So just make sure that you tell them that we found it first. Okay?
We've been talking, who was talking about hyenas the way we've been talking about hyenas before we started talking about hyenas?
No, you have to be...
You didn't even know they had a pseudopenis.
I had no idea.
I'm talking about the people at home.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, me and you, we didn't even know.
No, well, you knew.
I knew.
You were the first to... I would say you started talking about hyenas a couple of years ago.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because I'm the OG original True Blue Gay.
True Blue Gay.
Original. I'm the original OG.
Yo, you're the original OG, but I want to be the fucking original trans. I know you had Maurisa and that's great, but I want to take it all the way. And I really want to look down one day. I want to fucking be looking into a big dude's eyes, rubbing Vaseline in my post-op vagina, ready to take a dick right into the fucking liver. Or whatever they do. I don't want to, because I want my testicles to be my nipples. That's what I want to happen at some point.
And you know what I want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to buy myself a nice little 38 6-shooter.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to put it to the back of your head.
Yeah.
Not going to shoot you.
Yeah.
No, we're going to take a walk.
Right.
Me and you, we're going to take a walk.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk you all the way up into the forest out in upstate New York, right?
Yeah.
And you go, cuz, what are we doing? I'm going to go keep walking. I'm doing this for the betterment of the world.
Because I'm going to be looking around like, oh, look, there's mud, and it's dark out, and there's ghosts, and look, there's a canary.
Yeah, and where can I get my estrogen shots? Things like that.
And I'm like, yo, I want a muffin, toasted with butter.
Yeah, you want muffins, you want smoothies, you want puss, but you also want to put Vaseline in your own puss. You have no rules.
Yeah.
You represent, because when it comes to who's the bigger hyena, me or you, there's no question that our matriarchal fans know that you are the true blue hyena.
Yeah.
You have no you represent chaos and humanity.
It's so funny that you're saying that, and it is true, but if you had a visual of Yannis right now, first of all, he's got Princess Leia headphones on. Second of all, he's got the microphone out of the stand, which nobody ever does, and he's got a pimple the size of fucking Africa on his forehead with his cuck glasses, with his fucking hair that looks good with hairspray.
It looks
telling me that I'm wild when he's fucking.
Like when we were driving in my car, and you said if we got pulled over, the cops would never know that I was the guy who had a woman's wig and a purse in my trunk.
Yeah.
I don't look like that guy. I look wild.
You're a fucking wild kid. So okay. So here's Yannis. Yannis and I had a great weekend. We went to Valley Forge. Which is a city like about 30 miles outside of Philadelphia. And it's famous because it was the third encampment of the Revolutionary War. So basically the rules in the war were, back in the days, you wouldn't fight in winter. War had rules back in the day. Now there's no rules. Now people are fucking chemical attacking women and children.
It's brutal.
And it's disgusting. There were rules. Like, if an invading army, like when Britain invaded us, they wouldn't kill women and children on the way. They were fighting soldiers. I mean, maybe they did, but it would be frowned upon.
When we go to war now, or we launch a military operation, which is the executive branch's way of circumventing the Constitution, because you're supposed to declare war through Congress. Right. Congress is supposed to approve a declaration of war, but now president just, executive order, hey, they don't call it a war. There's no it's like we're just doing a military operation. But nowadays, you don't risk losing that many soldiers because all you do is just launch smart bombs.
It's disgusting.
Whoever has the higher technology is going to win a war. But back then, if you wanted to wage a war, it was much more well thought out or quote-unquote military operation because you knew you were going to lose guys.
Exactly.
Now, we don't lose that many.
This piece, if you guys showing the camera and at home, there's a piece on the table. It looks like a bullet. It's probably a screw to something, but it looks like a bullet. And I wish that I could press a button and turn this into a bullet and then put it in a gun and shoot you right between the eyes. That's what I wish I could do right now. And then open up. I would take one of Zach's knives that was blessed by the Quran. I would want to take one of his knives that he keeps in his fucking, in his
sock.
In one of whatever the fucking, Ayatollah fucking, what do they call him, the high priest?
Ayatollah.
Yeah, whatever the Ayatollah blessed.
Sheiks.
I would cut open your head. That's what I would do. And I would take out your brain, and then it would be confirmed that you have a female brain. That you are operating in a man's body with what is exactly a female brain. I would look for the chip, because I know you have a chip somewhere in there, because you're not from this planet. And what I would do to save humankind so that you don't reproduce is I would burn your brain and then send the ashes into outer space. I would get every piece of your female mammalian brain out of the fucking confines of this great planet Earth.
You know what? You didn't even let me finish the story.
How what?
I would walk you deep up to Poughkeepsie. We'd walk the whole way too.
Yeah, Poughkeepsie.
Because I know you're a mouth breather, and the walk's gonna be a little harder for you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'd make sure there were stairs too, because you're carrying about 40 pounds more than I am.
Yeah.
And every time we walk upstairs, you start mouth breathing.
Yeah.
So I'd make sure you walk upstairs wherever we go. Walk up big hills. Then I'd march you up the hill with a 6-shot 38 to the back of your fucking head.
Yeah. No room for error. Pressed against the back of my skull.
Your head while you were just going, Kaya, Kaya. And I would just keep going, keep walking.
Yeah,
you go, cuz, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Are we doing a show out here? Fucking wild. Are we gay bad right now?
Yeah.
You're just fucking like a wild robot, just fucking going, saying things that don't make sense all the time.
Yeah.
You want to bang trannies. You want to be trans. Puss. You want sweets. I need black and whites. And I just got it pressed to the back of your head till I march you up to the fucking top of one of the highest mountain tops in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a shovel waiting there because I drove there a week before and I put a shovel there.
You prepared.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, see that shovel?
Yeah.
Start digging. And you're going, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then you fucking dig away until I make you dig a 6 foot, between 6 foot and 6'1", because we don't even know. You're so fucking wild, I can't even pin down your height, cuz.
It's wild.
You look like you're taller than you are. So I'm going to say, dig a 6 foot fucking grave.
Yep.
And then I'm going to make you stand at the edge of it after you're sweating after you dug the grave. And I'm going to make you say, Q, one more time.
Yeah.
Q. And then I'm going to squeeze the trigger and a bullet into the back of your head until you fall straight into it. to the hole that you dug.
Yeah.
And listen, the world's not going to be a better place, but like I said, there will be more order once again.
Yeah.
Once again, there will be more law and order.
Because, first of all, you could tell me that plan, like you've said it, you've told it to a lot of people listening, and you would actually start to execute it, and I still wouldn't know it was happening.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have just forgotten about this, because every day my brain just starts over.
You'd be like, yo, cool. Oh, I just tell you we were marching to a history tour. I'd be
That's
like,
it.
yo, there was a battle up here. And you would,
Yeah, I just fucking run around up there.
you'd throw on some fucking rack Nikes and some shorts with those pale thighs.
Yeah.
And
Get up there. Hairless pale thighs. I have no hair on my body at all. Is that a problem?
You have startlingly white pale thighs. Like, it's blinding.
So why does because my face isn't that white. Why does my face look... do you think for sure the simulators put the wrong head on the wrong body?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because your head looks like it should be on a WWE wrestler's head.
Yeah.
And then your body
Yeah.
looks like somebody's aunt.
Yeah, my body looks like I should be serving sloppy joes at a Catholic school cafeteria.
Yeah.
My body looks like my body looks like it belongs to a person named Marge.
Your body looks like it belongs to two different people.
Yeah.
Right side and left side.
Yeah. I got good shoulders though, no?
You do got good shoulders. I think that's what holds the whole thing up. That's what holds all the slop up.
I got good shoulders.
We worked out together bad.
Yeah, we
today.
fucking lift. I should be able to lift more, but I did good.
You did pretty good. No, you're strong. You're
I'm
naturally
strong,
strong, but
Yeah, I just should be in a better class.
you just can't. You don't have the attention span to work out for too long. I saw.
No.
I mean, you were doing
gotta
4
do
or 5
class.
exercises at the time.
I got to do a class.
You gotta do.
I got to do a class.
You gotta do spin.
Yeah, I fucking love spin.
You'd be comfortable in there with all the post.
Yeah, see, the thing is with me, I'm never really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a problem. Because I think sometimes
Except
to
with my
get ahead in
engagement
life, you
party.
have to be uncomfortable.
And my engagement party, you felt like you were gonna pass out.
I felt like I was going to pass out.
Why was that?
Because I have anxiety and I get socially awkward because okay, so first of all, it was Yannis's and his fiance's engagement party. We can't say her name. I don't want to say her name on the podcast. You know?
No.
Yanni P and B. It was their engagement party, and beautiful home, great. And Yanni was, when I arrived there after sitting in 2 hours of traffic, Yanni was out getting cigars. So I had to walk into this house when I actually knew no one. Walk into the middle of the house and start introducing myself.
Wow, she didn't catch you at the door.
Caught me at the door, said hello, but it's a party.
Yeah.
She had to do a lot of other things, which is like, I get it. She stayed with me. She's like, wait, let me introduce you to people. And then I was the one who was like, you had a wall of donuts. So I looked at the wall of donuts. I started to calm down a little bit. I started to calm down, and then B knew. She's like, I can leave him here in the dessert room, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then you weren't texting back. And then what happened was a couple of people. Here's how my brain works. A couple of people were saying that you hadn't texted them back and you were gone for a little too long. So I was like, oh, he got killed in a crash. That's what I thought happened. And the pictures, so they had pictures of Yannis and his fiance all over, like couple pictures, which is like nice. The family went above and beyond. It was beautiful. But it you got the feeling like that it was like, is this a wedding or is this a memorial to a couple that got killed in a safari or something like that, like were they eaten by a fucking wild alligator
Or
helicopter crash? That they died tragically some way.
Yeah,
like
there was pictures of us. There
in
was
an
too many
avalanche.
pictures of us.
It was a lot.
There
It was
was
a lot.
pictures in every room of us.
Every room there was 2 pics, and then I noticed a couple of those pics are in your apartment today.
Yeah. We took a couple back. Now that we're getting engaged, she's gonna start redoing my fucking perfect interior design.
Perfect.
I mean, my apartment is perfectly interior design.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if I wasn't a comedian, do you think that that's one of my better talents?
Yeah,
I have crystal in there.
I do. I think
Everything matches, Chris.
I think what your best talent, what your truly best talent is, like I say, mine is parallel parking. What your truly best talent is convincing the entire world that the way you were just talking is not the actual way you really talk.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because this is you.
Yeah.
But what you appear as Yannis, like I've said a lot of times,
Yes.
it's I've never seen a better acting job than what you do what you do every day.
Because you could just see how comfortable I am.
Well, when I met your family, I could tell there's a few.
My brother's the true blue gay.
Yo, your brother. Oh, yes.
And you said me and him are not that far apart.
And you know what's interesting?
It's so comfortable and freeing to talk like this.
Yannis has an openly gay brother.
Yeah.
An OGB. And he...
Do you just come up with the acronyms right when you say the words?
Yeah.
Your brain is quick like that.
I have a quick brain.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because I eat fucking quinoa.
History, Hyenas.
So Yannis's brother is a TBG. And like for real though, like a for real TBG, like no, he's an NDG, no doubt gay.
He's an OG, no doubt gay.
And he's a TSG, top shelf gay.
Top shelf gay.
Yeah, he's a big time gay.
Yeah.
He's a BTG, big time gay.
He's an A-list gay.
He's an A-list gay. Like I mean, he's fucking like Anderson Cooper gay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When you tried to talk to him, he thought that maybe you were a last-minute phone call right before the party started because the air conditioner broke.
Yeah, exactly. He
thought you were lost in the living room trying to find the front door.
Yeah, he didn't know because you know he was wearing this beautiful suit and you know whatever. I'm sure Italian whatever. And I came in with a sweater with my sleeves rolled up from Old Navy. Pants that I got at Foot Locker and brown shoes.
Were those from Foot Locker?
Those are Foot Locker pants.
If I had known that, I would have kicked you right out the fucking house. You can't do that around me. But don't bring that around my fucking family, Foot Locker pants.
But did I not look good?
You did look good, but if I would have known they were Foot Locker pants made in Bangladesh, I would have fucking kicked you right out the door, cuz. That's disrespectful.
Not that, yeah, okay, but the thing is not that many.
Who is a successful comedian as you are? You're a successful comedian, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Why are you buying this is why you need to be walked up to fucking Poughkeepsie and made to dig your own hole and shot into it. Why are you buying pants at fucking Foot Locker?
Because not many places have 38 waist that fit good like that.
That's the problem.
That's
See,
what it is.
I'm getting hard on you, and there's a good reason.
If it was a 34, I'd fucking be a Banana Republic.
Because you're gonna blow out fucking bad. You better enjoy these couple. You better hope this radio show takes off.
Yeah.
Because fucking once you blow out,
I better hope this skit works.
Yeah, you better hope this fucking skit works, cuz.
Yeah.
Because when you start turning 38, 39,
it's gonna go away.
I mean, like the Hulk. You know how the Hulk breaks through his pants?
Yeah.
That's how your fat fucking hips are gonna break right through your goddamn $10 Foot Locker pants.
Yeah, my fucking Nicki Minaj pants. Which, by the way, you can see episode 5 of us talking about my fat fucking ass on Patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys.
That's right. When does this go up?
Actually, no. By now we would have released it.
Yeah, we would have released it. Yeah,
the past episode of History Hyenas?
No, this one.
No, the next Bay Ridge Boys web series. The next episode is out right now on our Patreon page, but this is going to air past when we.
It's going to air on Sunday.
Yeah, this is airing Sunday.
Usually they go up on Patreon on Thursday.
Oh, so if you're a Patreon member, you're listening to this right now. First of all, from Zach Isis, meaning hello, how are you?
Hello.
Holiness be upon to you, right?
Allah
Akbar. Also, I hope you enjoyed episode 5 of Bay Ridge Boys. You probably watched it before you listened to this. So if not, it's for free. This is the rest of you hearing this on Sunday. Just go look. The newest episode is out. Go to our Facebook group, Bay Ridge Boys. Go to Chrissy's Twitter, his Instagram.
Absolutely.
You can also see Chris do karaoke. Guy went fucking wild in Valley Forge. He sang Whitney Houston.
I sang Whitney Houston, How Will I Know? And I really felt good about my performance. And I really felt good. I remember I got back to my room, I got naked, and I rubbed lotion all over my body.
It was your performance was. It probably could scare children. If children were allowed to be in the bar, it would scare children.
So you think it was stone cold trash?
It was stone cold, nauseating trash.
Yeah.
I mean, you have zero talent for singing or dancing.
Yeah.
You look like a lumbering fucking... Like...
But a video like that could still get... You think it could get me pussed, though?
For sure. Because it shows that you don't care and you're fun and you're having a great time. Yeah. You were just having a time. I mean, you're not fearless, cuz. Let's stop with this. You keep saying you're fearless, that you have no fucking fear. You almost passed out walking into the house.
True.
Right? You won't go into hotel rooms alone because you feel like spirits are going to grab you.
Yep.
We're not going to say you're fearless.
And I open up.
You're a big puss. You're a puss. A triple P.
A triple P.
I just came up with an acronym. You're a fucking triple puss.
I open up all the doors when I ever go into a hotel. Or even when I go home, I open up all the doors in the shower curtain just to make sure nobody's lurking. I'm always looking for a lurker.
Yeah. That's why you can never live in a house because you're scared of all the rooms.
I won't do the basement.
What did you do at your mom's house?
Huh?
What did you do when you were growing up in your mom's house?
If it was like if it was dark out, I lived on the one floor up. I would sprint up the stairs, and the whole time I would think ghosts are grabbing my ankles. I would sprint up the stairs. Sometimes I go 2 steps at a time, fucking fall down, skin my knees.
Yeah.
And then I'd just run into the house. I'd yell, "Mom!" And then she'd be like, "Yes, I'm right here, honey." And I'd just run. And I'd sit down next to her, and I'd be like, "Oh," I would always have some excuse, be like, "Oh, sorry, you know, I'm hungry, or I got to use the bathroom, or something like that." But it was really, I was just scared, and I needed to see my mom and be in a well lit room with her. And then I would calm down a little bit. And then once she was home, I'd turn on all the lights, and I'd turn on every light. My room, her room, bathroom, hallway, kitchen, all the lights would always be on. She just had to deal with that. And then I'd just fucking, I'd hang out, play video games, whatever. Just think about shit.
And then you turned 18 the next week.
Then I turned 18 the next week. I slept in my mother's bed till I was about 13 years old.
Till about 13.
Yeah, I had pubes, and I'm still sleeping in my mom's bed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because you were scared.
I was scared. Yeah,
She should have kicked you out.
she should have.
She should have kicked you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you try to keep crawling in, she just,
Yeah, I mean, cause I fucking. I'm a rare breed, as you said. I'm a rare breed.
You are a fucking rare breed. And you were sitting in. We were at King of Prussia Casino. Is that what it's called? King of Prussia.
It was called Valley Forge Casino
Forge.
in King of Prussia.
In King of Prussia.
Yeah, which is a fucking supreme shithole.
Yeah, and we were in a dive bar. Dive bar with karaoke, and Chrissy D fucking chose Whitney Houston and went wild.
Wild.
The video's up on his Instagram. A lot of you probably have watched it already.
Yeah, it's great.
And then Rafael DeLuca made another. I guess you call that a meme video.
Well, I mean, no, he's making like they're like mixes. They're like he does. Rafael DeLuca does real shit.
Yeah, but he photoshopped our faces into Whitney Houston.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you listen, but I forget. I don't even know your name. I don't even know your Snapchat name. But the Psycho fan, I had an altercation with interaction with a Psycho fan on Snapchat who bought.
This is funny. Yeah.
Who bought? I think it's DJ Fruity Stupid.
Can
or
you
something
tell us
like that?
Show us the actual correspondent. This is how I don't think Chris. This guy may kill Chris.
Yeah, this guy's probably going to kill me.
I hope he doesn't know who I am. This kid.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to this message that Chris got.
So okay. All right.
I can find it real quick too because you sent it to me.
Wait,
this
hold
is
on.
crazy.
I got it.
Okay.
You got it?
Well, I'm going through all the videos that all the pictures you sent me in our text messages.
Because I sent.
And the first one that comes up is somebody getting sexual reassignment surgery.
All right, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So this kid, I think his name on Twitter is. He is a fucking psycho. This guy. I mean, he seems like a nice kid. I thought he was a nice kid. First of all, we've been corresponding for about 2 years. We've been corresponding.
Why are you talking to these kids?
I shouldn't be.
You can't tell that this is psycho.
I mean, I don't know. I just felt like he was like a nice guy. I thought he would send me messages on Snapchat, and he would send a lot, like 30 messages at a time, and I would just tap him. I never even read them, a lot of them. And I think he was saying a lot of things, so it was partly my fault.
I mean, if someone's sending you 30 messages at a time, even Zach knows, would you respond to those messages?
If they were down to be recruited, probably. If they seemed a little out of it, then
I guess too, because he's the kind of guy who'd probably sue me.
Yeah.
Once we release this, we should edit out the name that I just said, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you didn't want to say Yannis' wife's name earlier, and you said it anyway, so I have to edit that out.
So you edit that out, and you'll edit because I just spelled out his Snapchat.
Yeah.
So edit that part out, but keep this part in of us telling you to edit it out. Thank you. You're a good kid, Zach.
Yeah.
So I can read what he wrote. I mean, that's because once it's anonymous, it's like you can't fucking.
Yeah.
So this fucking kid. So he's been sending me messages a lot, and I respond, and there was even one time like a year ago where I looked back in my Snapchat where he was like, "Hey man,
I want to wear your skin."
No, he didn't say that. He was like, "Hey man, is it cool that I Snapchat you? So I feel like a dick, I send you stuff and you don't write anything back or say anything." I was like, "Nah, bro, just keep sending it." Which. You
need to be shot.
I was like, just keep sending it, bro. Just keep sending it. Good for you.
You just don't believe in consequences in this world?
Yeah, I don't know.
You just don't think they apply to you?
Yeah, and then he says to me, so then it starts, and again, then he gives me his cell phone number last week. He gives me his number. He's like, I want you to fly down to Chicago, and I want to do the music for the Bay Ridge Boys, and I want to do the music for the Hyenas, and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, dude. And I'm just like, yeah. But I'm like, he gives me his number. I'm like, I'm never going to text this kid. I don't even know who he is. I'm appreciative of him being a fan of ours and mine. But I'm like, I don't know who you are, dude.
Yeah.
And then he sends me a message. And first of all, some of the messages he would send me, over the years, it'd be a little wild. He would say a racial slur, or he'd send me a picture of a guy with a dick. And he would be laughing, crying face. And I would just be like, lols, or, something stupid. Or I should have just been like, all right, enough of this guy. But I just feel the need to respond to people, which is brutal.
Yeah. You like to live on the edge a little too.
A little bit. So I didn't give him my number, thank God. But he gives me his number. I never text him. And then he sends me his Snapchat yesterday. He's like, hey, man, I thought you were going to text me on Friday. You said you would, which I probably did. But the snaps disappear. I was probably like, yeah, dude, let's FaceTime or something wild, yeah. And then he says, so what, can you text me? And, I'm waiting to do this music drop for you. I just need your approval. I want to do this for you. I want to do that for you. Blah, 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 blah. And I finally just said, very polite, I said this exactly. I said, hey, buddy, sorry. I said, but I got a lot of things going on right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay in touch. But I'm sorry. I just got a lot of stuff going on. Then he writes back, you think I'm a joke, Chris? I'm a young dude who looks up to you and have a little business. You won't give me the time of day. Then he says... Then he says, I just bought BayRidgeBoys.com. So if you want that website, you're going to have to go through me. It's business, man. You give me the time of day when you need your site. I have your attention now.
Yeah, that's a true blue psychopath. That would be a TBP, right?
That's someone who's truly psychotic, right?
Yeah, well, somebody's kid's got problems, right? Well,
Yeah. I mean, what do you think, Zach?
we got to go to the expert on that, on problems. People with
I would
problems.
probably recruit him.
You would recruit him. He'd be perfect.
He sounds kind of like an evil genius.
Yeah, he does.
Well, because he said this is what happened. So a month ago,
he's got your attention now because you're a fucking idiot. We're talking about him on our podcast.
I know. Well, we edited his name out though.
I think it was good-hearted. I think Chris was trying to be nice and contact with him.
Yeah, but you can't with these fucking psychos.
No, Yeah, and then he said,
it's like if Zach asked me to go get falafels, you think I'm gonna fucking respond? I'll be dead. This would be fucking history hyenas with Chris Distefano.
Your fucking head would be in a pita.
And Zach.
Yeah.
He did say, yo, can I have your email a month ago? And I just gave it to him. I was like, yeah, just throw it out. Then he says this. This was his message back. He goes, okay, cool. I'll email you soon, butt plug. Talk about the hardest email I've ever had to write. I get to attempt to captivate someone who captivates thousands of people every week for a living. You fly 1,000 miles for every trip I take to Walmart. I have redrafted my email to you 50 times in 10 days. Yeah. So that should have been a signal right there.
I mean,
of an obsessive thing that I just lost.
He might be crazy or he might be in love with you.
I mean, they're one and the same. I mean, Chris,
you want to hit me?
Yeah, I want to throw something at you. I really do.
Yeah.
You're responding after that message. I want you to go back to some of the early ones when he probably said, I'd want to wear your skin, but you probably weren't fucking listening because you were texting 500 other people at the same time, and you don't even realize that this guy's a fucking True blue psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
TBP, right?
He's a psycho.
He's a fucking true blue psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's not well, cuz.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be responding just to everybody. But you know what? You're fucking wild. You know what? I'm gonna actually, me and Zach have to start a relationship, like where I text you and I say, look, we got to keep the door downstairs locked because who knows who Chrissy invited down to the podcast. I mean,
when DeLuca showed up at Smoothies, that was wild, right? And he turned out to be a good kid, though.
He was a good kid.
DeLuca's a good kid.
We like DeLuca.
He's welcome here.
He's welcome. Yeah. But listen, you didn't even fucking tell me.
I just invited him.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
There's a guy here.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I got a fucking. I'm trying to fucking start a life here, and you want to walk on. You're a tightrope walker in life.
Yeah.
You need to be put down.
So then the message he sent me too, he says that he'll blah, blah, blah. And then when I said to him, look, it's just not going to work. I'm not interested in the project right now. He said, oh, I see. You think I'm one of these internet knuckle draggers. No problem, man. I feel like a puto. God bless. We're busy too, homie. Fucking drive to 40-plus joints a week trying to get them to do radio, flying Bobo in. I don't know who that is. Donating time to the church.
Yeah.
Our fishing company is launched too. I get it though. No worries, bro. Hit us up when you need BayRidgeBoys.com.
Yeah.
Then when I said, nah, it's not necessary. I don't like the style.
You responded again.
I said, yeah, it's not necessary.
You fucking idiot.
I said, it's not necessary. I don't really like your style. He was just like, all right, cool. See you never again.
Yeah. Do you remember? You just don't value me as a friend or think I'm wise at all, huh?
I do. What are you talking
don't.
about? I do.
You don't.
What do you mean?
I just don't think you don't. I think sometimes you give me advice, cuz, and I value your brain. I think you're a smart kid.
Right.
Cute kid, smart kid. Right. But like I tell you something, I think you don't value my life experience because I'm older than you.
Because I value life experience.
Didn't I tell you a long time ago? Never respond to, always ignore crazy.
Yeah.
So this happened before me and you started hanging tough? Has this been years?
2 years ago, I think you started. No, we were hanging.
But I probably didn't tell you that yet.
Well, it was a guy, though, so I feel like it's different from women advice.
No, it doesn't matter. Crazy, you always... By the way, if you're listening,
does that kid sound psychotic? That kid is most likely listening.
That's a TBP right there.
Yeah.
That's a TBP.
True blue psychopath.
True blue psychopath.
Yeah.
True blue psych.
Yeah.
I mean, if even fucking Zachy's saying it.
Yeah.
On a side note, BayRidgeBoys.org will be launching very soon.
BayRidgeBoys.com is taken, right? If you look it up? He bought it.
Yeah, he bought it.
Did the kid buy it? He did
it's actually a hilarious story, though.
Yeah.
Look,
what a psycho.
Look, whoever you are, if you're listening, look.
I don't even know what his actual real name is.
Yeah. Look, just, come on, cuz. We're all just people, cuz. See, in your mind, you think Chris is like this fucking, he's a human being.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a guy. I drive a fucking Jeep. Like, I don't talk to thousands of, who do you think I am?
Yeah, he was put together by the simulators just like you.
Yeah, it's taken.
It's taken, right?
It's taken
this
by
fucking kid is an idiot.
By the true
How
blue
much did he have to pay for it, do you think?
It depends on like domain names. Probably like I would say $10 to $50.
So does he have to keep paying it like every month?
Oh yeah, it's like a monthly.
We'll
thing,
get it back.
So he's just going to stop it at some point.
It
Right?
depends on how dedicated he is.
After he hears this, he's probably never going to stop now.
But you know what? Thanks to him, we now have a new segment on the show.
Yeah.
We have our PPW of the week.
Yep.
We got our True Blue Gay of the week, which we're going to start to do. And now we have our True Blue Psychopath of the week. And we'll just find them every week, cuz.
Yeah, I mean,
they're out there.
I couldn't believe it.
I mean, You got, well, you know, I could believe it once you told me that you were a pen pals with this guy.
I gave him my email.
I mean, Jesus.
I've sent it. Yeah.
When are you going to start writing the serial killers?
Any day now.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get in touch with what's the guy? What's the big? I always forget his name from Mindhunters. The guy who's like 6'10".
Ed Kemper. You know what? You're joking, but I if you told me you were really doing that, I would believe it. Have you written him a letter?
Mm-mm.
But you want to, right?
I want to send him I want to get him on Snapchat. Yeah.
You do. And you want to tell him that you feel like a trans person. Those dudes get in your head bad.
Yeah.
They get in your head bad.
Yeah.
There was a story of a kid who corresponded. He wrote a book, and he corresponded with John Wayne Gacy.
Wow.
He ended up killing himself, the kid.
He ended up killing himself?
He ended up killing himself because John Wayne Gacy, I'll show it to you after the podcast. John Wayne Gacy got in this kid's head. That's what they do. These people, like those true blue psychopaths.
Yeah.
Like we're talking, not this kid. I mean, this kid just sounds like he's bored, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about those ones who like really want to wear skin and stuff like that. Those dudes are manipulative and smart and like they plan things out. Like if you get away with killing like 50 kids.
Right.
Then, you know, you premeditate. You got a big brain.
Right.
You know, it's just you have no frontal lobe. You got no emotions.
Yeah, my amygdala's small.
So this guy fucked with this kid's brain, and kid thought it was funny to be fucking corresponding with this kid.
Yeah.
He ended up killing himself.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy manipulated him, you know?
Yo, speaking of killing yourself, you had your engagement party this weekend.
I did. Was it a good party?
Fucking great party.
It was
Holy
great.
shit. It truly was one of the best and only engagement parties I've ever been to. I mean,
It was the best and only.
It was like a fucking mini wedding.
It did feel like a wedding
But it was
almost.
great. You know what? The happiness and joy surrounding it was fantastic. The truth of it all is it's not going to last more than 10 years, even though you guys are a great couple. It's just statistically, it's over. That's why this episode is about the history of divorce.
Divorce, yeah.
Because, you know...
Did marriage last?
It's not going to last because, you know, it's just not. I mean, maybe it will. Would you two? I really believe, I really want to believe in true love, in TBL, true blue love. I want to believe in it. And if anybody has it, it's you and your lovely fiance. But statistically, this is a bad move, cuz.
Well, it's still hovering around 50-50 chance.
What would you take that?
The statistics in America are 50-50. We are actually third in the world in divorce, though.
Yeah, tell them the first two, which is fun.
the Maldives,
which is like, who even knows where that is?
Fucking Belarus.
Belarus is weird.
That's a weird one. Well, the Maldives is weird too.
The Maldives is it's like by Greece, right? Isn't the Maldive Islands, or is that
Malta.
African?
That's Malta.
Where are the Maldives?
A tropical nation in the Indian Ocean composed of 26 ring-shaped atolls.
There you go.
Huh.
So it's
I
islands.
wonder why?
It's islands? Maldives? Sounds like a...
tropical nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? Like there's a lot of debate on like when it started happening, but a lot of people think that divorce started happening when feminism started rising. They think that's one and the same. That's corresponded because the truth is, and I'm not saying feminism is a bad thing, but it's just, it does make sense when you used to be able to get married. You used to marry, men and women would marry each other, especially a woman would marry because they had no rights and they could do nothing, and they needed to marry a man to have them pay for shit, to have a place to raise their children because they weren't allowed to do anything. Then when you gain independence, as you know, this feminist movement, which is actually great. I mean, I have a daughter. Why am I marrying you? For love? What the fuck? We don't even know what love is. Our sense of love has been so warped by porn. What's the point of marrying someone anymore? Yeah. You used to marry people, you know, 1,000 years ago because you just knew them because you lived in a village and you couldn't really go anywhere because you didn't even the wheel wasn't even invented yet.
Yeah.
So what could you do? You only knew a few people, so you figured I'll marry one. It was probably your fucking cousin.
Yeah.
And it's like you just did it for like, now it's like, what's the point?
Well, we discussed that last episode. You know, what marriage is all about.
Yeah.
People married for all types of reasons.
So it's the same thing of divorce.
Unite families, just to reiterate, mostly to unite families. Right. And, you know, I'm sure nature plays a big role in that. It's nature. The other facet to why people did it is just nature. It's like a baby is helpless as a human for a long time, and you just need the fucking guy to stick around.
Yeah.
You need the guy to fucking stick around.
Yo, by the way, great recommendation by Yannis to read the book Sapiens. I've been reading fucking Sapiens. It's fucking wild. I always wondered why like a human baby, why it's like so defenseless, but like a giraffe can come out and already be running at like top speed. And it's because when we were like, morphing into what we are now, the longer our births used to be like 18 months. It used to be a lot longer. It wasn't always 9 months. But the longer we would develop in utero, because we had, the women had very small birthing hips as compared to other animals, you had like a 90% chance of dying at childbirth. So we started to die off as a population a little bit, like 1.5 million years ago. But then when premature babies would come out and still be, they'd be way underdeveloped, but the woman would survive, the baby would survive, and they were nursed back to health through evolution. Our in utero gestation period got smaller and smaller and smaller. So the catch-22 is we survive birth now a lot better than other animals, but we're defenseless as babies for a long time. Yeah. It's fucking wild.
And how many million years ago did that start happening?
That was 1.5 million. 2 million years ago, the first humans walked on the earth, or Homo sapiens, because us as now, from what the book said.
Hold up.
Yeah.
True blue fart.
Stinky. Who's that? Did somebody just ring the bell? Was calling the phone?
Somebody's calling the phone.
It's definitely the
Whose
kid
phone?
from Snapchat.
The studio phone. Should we answer?
Yeah,
it?
answer it.
Who is
answer
it?
Yeah.
Hello?
Is it the guy?
Put it into the thing.
It is important that I get a hold of Crystal Coley. If you are Crystal Coley, press 1.
Crystal Colby?
You need to put this call on hold to get...
I think it's a telemarketer.
Oh,
or
it's
it could be the
telemarketer?
dude trying to get to Chris.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Or you could say that the guy's just a really big fan of yours, and he's disappointed that you're not available,
To fly to Chicago to make music.
Yeah.
I'm not even a musician. Look at my fucking Instagram. I can't sing or dance.
Yeah. Well, now you know what, you got to
Now I
be a
know
little
it's
more
like you
careful.
can't respond to everyone.
You can't respond to
There's a
everyone.
lot of mentally sick people out there.
Yeah, this guy sounds...
He may not be mental, though. Does he? He may not be mental, the kid.
It's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
he's mental.
Yeah, I think there's something. It seems like it seems like he's very invested in this imaginary friendship that he has with you.
Yeah, I mean, he would Snapchat me every single day.
Yeah.
Every day he snaps me.
Yeah.
And I check him every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so not so cute. Not so cute.
So he would see that it was seen, but you just didn't answer. That probably drove him even crazier.
Yeah. I should have, Well, now, you can't block him.
No. You need a divorce from this guy.
I need a divorce.
This would be, you need a restraining order and a divorce from this guy.
Because I'm watching the show, even though it's been done for a while, but on Netflix I'm watching The Tudors.
How much of a coincidence is that you're watching Tudors and we're doing the history of divorce right now? Because the most famous divorce, and where the Western world traces the word divorce.
Right, because it used to be just called annulment.
Annulment. And that in ancient Greece, Rome, and Egypt, they were considered annulments.
Right.
Considered annulments. So what that means is like you go to the Pope or whatever religious institution is in place post-Christianity, which is, fucking Pope or fucking priest or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Religion's
and you go,
always a bit of a problem.
hey, this is, we shouldn't have got married in the first place because we found out that he was banging my sister, something, or we're too close, or we're too closely related.
Or if a woman wasn't a virgin.
Or if she wasn't a virgin, you get an annulment.
Right.
So, I mean...
it makes it like the wedding never happened.
Like it never happened.
Like it
was unlawful. It was an unlawful marriage.
So it
is
doesn't
what
count.
an annulment was.
And the reason why King Henry VIII's annulment to Catherine of Aragon...
He wasn't even seeking a divorce. He was seeking an annulment.
He was seeking an annulment because basically what happened was he fell in love with Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn was,
Smoke show. And they still say, people still say she's the original homewrecker. Yeah. Because she got in there, ruined Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, who was the... royal blood of Spain, which is uniting England and Spain. So that's a big move. That's why people would get that. Royal couples countries would marry. That's what it was basically.
And the big problem is that they were trying to have a son. King Henry VIII wanted a son. Nobody could give him a son. Catherine of Aragon couldn't give him a son, and he was like, "Oh, it's her fault." But of course, we know now that it's Guy determines the sex. But anyway, back in the day, they didn't know. Not that people were stupid back then, but I mean...
Yes, they were.
There was just... Well, it's just like, comparatively now, very stupid. But it's like...
Comparatively now.
Yeah.
That was an oxymoronic moment.
Yeah.
You were trying to say how smart we are now, but you said the sentence wrong.
Yeah.
Comparatively now.
Yeah.
Compared to now.
Compared to now.
Yeah, or comparatively to now.
Comparatively to now. so the, I guess they just didn't have as much knowledge. They didn't have computers. That's pretty much what it was. We have computers, so
Didn't
we have
have
the answers.
Snapchat, yeah.
Didn't have Snapchat. So he wanted to divorce her, get the annulment to her, because he was in love with Anne of Boleyn, and Anne of Boleyn said, "I'm going to give you a son. I promise you'll give you a son." So
Puss must have been real good, though.
Good puss. So he wanted to marry her. So legally, in the eyes of the church, because everything was about the Catholic Church back then. King Henry was a big-time Catholic. He was like, I want to get the annulment to Catherine of Aragon, because his whole claim, Catherine of Aragon was at first married to King Henry's brother. And then King Henry's brother died like a week into the marriage, and she said they never had sex, which I think was true. But he was like, he believed it at first, but then he was like, no, you weren't a virgin, you're a fucking whore, blah, 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 blah.
How would she be married to the guy and not? She at least gave him a blow.
She had to at least give him a handy.
She gave him at least a handy.
I don't know.
But if they're married, you don't think he's gonna go dipping in there?
He didn't throw it in?
He threw it in.
I mean, maybe he did.
Why wouldn't he? Unless he was a triple guy. Or more D. See, my brain goes slow on him. DLG. Download gay.
Download gay. He could have been. There was a lot. By the way, when you watch the show, The Tudors, a lot of download gays.
A lot of download
in
gays.
King Henry's court.
Yeah.
A lot of download gays. So he wanted the marriage annulled for that reason, because he wanted his heir, he wanted his son, who he thought he was going to have with Anne of Boleyn, to be the rightful king. And if he was still married to Catherine of Aragon, then even if he fucking King Henry, they pumped kids into a lot of different girls. I mean, that's everybody had a mistress, but those kids were illegitimate, and you would pay for them, but they could never be the king. They were never in line.
Just sort of like NBA kids now.
Yeah, it's like you're not if you're not with the main one, I'm sorry. It's like you're here on this earth and like daddy will provide for you, but you're not going to get anything. Like, I'm not taking you to Disneyland.
Right. There's just a check that comes and your mom says it's from Sean Kemp,
Yeah,
but you never knew him.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're going to get a lot of cool shit, which is dope, but like, you're not going to the games.
You might get a signed jersey from Sean Kemp, but he's in Seattle, you're in North Carolina.
It's just not going to happen.
It happened in 92.
Yeah, it's not your fault, kid.
Yeah.
It's really not your fault.
No.
But just, I mean,
Larry Johnson's your pops, and there's another 17 of you all throughout the country.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, seek counsel, go to therapy, think about it.
Yeah.
But, I get it if, like, like you weren't supposed to be here anyway. So if you want to fucking end it, just end it.
I mean, you see why he needs to get put down? Even Zach understands why he needs to get put down.
I'm kidding. That was a joke.
You don't know boundaries.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're a kid who burned your hand on the stove a few times, right? Because you just didn't believe when your mother said it was hot.
I'm a fucking Riri.
You were a fucking Riri.
No, I was just kidding around. But yeah, so that was like, and so that divorce, he finally, so what happened was back then is King Henry VIII got divorced. Actually, the eyes of the Catholic Church never agreed to his divorce.
Now, who's this, Pope Clement that he was asking?
Roberto Clement.
Now, why the fuck didn't Pope Clement just give in and do it? Because Henry VIII was such a defender of the Catholic Church.
Because Pope Clement was a man of God and was like, I know everybody. You know what Pope Clement actually said?
He must have been scared of Catherine, too.
You know what Pope Clement actually said? He said, you know what you guys should do to like King Henry's court and to like his other cardinals? He said, you know what we should do? Somebody go into England right now and kill Anne of Boleyn, because he's just obsessed with young puss and needs to be married to Catherine of Aragon, and she's a homewrecker. So why doesn't somebody just fucking put one in Anne of Boleyn? Why doesn't somebody do that? That's what he said. And they just wouldn't do it.
Because he's a man of God.
Yeah. Because Boleyn's family was very powerful, so they were protecting her. But
I mean, I'm just making fun. The guy's a fucking pope. He's supposed to be a man of God. He's saying, why don't you go kill this whore?
Seriously.
I mean, Jesus.
Well, I mean, they were all God. But, like, that's the thing. If you were a whore back then, you were godless. That's where the godless whore comes from that time. Because they didn't think of you as any... If you had no affiliation to God, just like if you were a Muslim, they would just kill you, and they're not going to hell for that.
Right.
They could burn you. Like, that's why when they would, like... popes would actually execute people, because they would say you have no God, and then they throw you into you know what one of the most common ways to die, like if they were going to by execution back in King Henry's times, they would slowly dip you with a contraption into a jar of boiling water. And then you would come up and your skin would be melted off your body.
That's what I'm going to do to you. I'm not going to take you out to Poughkeepsie. I'm going to dip you in, and I don't think if it's going to work. I think you're going to come up and go, triple guy.
Yeah, with half my face melted off.
Yeah.
You're going to raise me up and I'm going to stuck my dick between my legs like Buffalo Bill. And come up like, yeah.
Hanging upside down?
Yeah.
I'm going
to be like, I have been reborn. I'm going to show you my fucking trans fucking puss.
Yeah.
Cuz, what would you do if I pulled down my pants right now and I was already post-op? Would that be fucking wild?
That would be wild. And part of you wants to do it just you're a curious kid.
I just want to do it for the goof.
You want to do it for the goof?
I would cut my dick off and get a puss for one laugh from you.
Yeah, you need to get put down quick.
Yeah. And that divorce happened. King Henry, so what happened was is King Henry he couldn't get the divorce in the eyes of the Catholic Church, so the Catholic Church excommunicated him, threw him out of the Catholic religion, and then because he was the King of England, he was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm starting a new religion. It's called the fucking English religion. And he was like, now, not only am I the King of England, but I'm also the King of the Church of England. So the Church of England, which still survives today, is just King Henry VIII's fucking new rules. He's like, so now guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm not a Catholic anymore anyway. I'm marrying I'm marrying Anne of Boleyn, Queen Anne, and she's going to give me a son. What happened? Gave him 2 more daughters and then 1 son who died at birth, so he cut her fucking head off.
And then he married another Anne.
Then he married. Yeah, there's some nursery rhyme.
Anne of Cleves.
Yeah, somebody gave him a son.
And then he left her too.
Yeah, I mean, cut everybody's fucking head off.
Yeah,
but he never actually got divorced. That's the thing. Everyone thinks he got divorced. He never actually got divorced.
Wait, it says I read that he got divorced from Anne of Cleves.
No, but it was all like. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They said that. I thought
the act of annulment in and of itself was the thing that caused as for the years. It was,
we don't fucking fact check.
Yeah. Did he ever get a male heir? But yeah, it says he tried to divorce, but Queen Catherine outright refused to give Henry his annulment and fought every accusation he made. Of course, the annulment could still be granted even if the Queen did not consent. However, the Pope during this time was under the control of the Holy Roman Emperor, who happened to be Catherine's nephew. Therefore, so that's what happened. The Pope during that time was under the control of the Holy Roman Emperor.
Right.
And the Holy Roman Emperor was Catherine's nephew. So that's why he didn't give it.
But was the Holy Roman Emperor, so the Holy Roman Emperor was higher than the Pope?
Yeah.
Was he a military leader? Or he was just
like he was like a fucking, he was like a king of the Holy Roman Empire.
So the Holy Roman Empire, I don't know if we know the answer to this, because when I'm watching the Tudors, I'm confused too. King Henry VIII was the King of England. But he still had to answer to the Holy Roman Empire because at that time the Roman Empire, like Italy, was still in charge of England.
I don't think it was Italy. I don't think did they call it Italy at that point yet?
Like the Holy Roman Empire, though,
they called
it the Romans. So the Romans were still in charge in the 1500s.
Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, it was it wasn't the Roman Empire from antiquity. This is the post Jesus second. This is Roman's second round.
So Rome took over the world twice.
Yeah, twice.
So King Henry VIII did not rule the world; he just ruled England.
That's right.
Yeah. See, I'm a little confused with it. But to be honest with you, I'm watching the Tudors, and I'm also texting 35 people, reading *Sapiens*, clipping my toes, and fucking eating broccoli,
and Snapchatting with true blue psychopaths.
Yeah, and just fucking tucking my dick back and trying to see how big of a fucking gap I need.
How does it look when you do that?
It looks, it feels good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I squeeze my nuts too hard, but what are you gonna do?
But there was many European royal divorces / annulments before 1533. There was so Henry VIII gets the credit because it was so famous.
Okay.
And because, like you said, him declaring himself the head of the Church of England and breaking off from the Pope and closing all the churches there or whatever. But there was many before him. 1152, Louis VII of France and Eleanor of Aquitaine. 1190, Philip II, Augustus of France. French, they were, because they French fuck around a lot. They cheat a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really cheating in France. It's just like
just being French.
Yeah, they just believe like sex is like, it's like a need like eating and drinking. Like if you
And
fall in
they're
love
right.
with someone, then that's grounds for divorce. But if you just have sex with, like actually even Anna Boleyn back in that time, like it was understood that he's the King Henry VIII. He's going to want to have sex with other women, especially while she's pregnant and she can't really fuck. So he could have a mistress, but she, because Anna Boleyn was a cunning bitch, she wanted to pick his mistress. So she was like, you can have, because she could control bitches. But she understood, but it was understood back then that men just need to have sex. Now we live in, it's interesting, like it's almost more conservative now than it was back then in some ways.
In that weird way.
Which is wild.
Yeah. And then we had John I of England and Isabel of Gloucester.
Gloucester, like fucking Gloucester from
Gloucester?
That's like a town in Boston.
Is it in Scotland? Gloucester. 1199, and then 1199 also Constance, 1216 Henry I, 1229 James I of Aragon and Eleanor. It happened all the time. It happened amongst all these fucking elites. It's always the elites. 1254 Margaret and Raymond of Toulouse. 1293 Margaret de Clare and Edmund, Earl of Cornwall. Do these places even exist anymore? What does it mean to be an earl?
I don't know. Do they even have it anymore?
You know what it just means? It basically means you're just a big landowner and you got a lot of serfs.
Do they still have earls and dukes, Zach?
No, he was the Earl of Cornwall. Can you look up what does that mean? The Earl of Cornwall,
the Earl of Cornwall,
or the Earl of Lincoln? Thomas, the Earl of Lincoln, in 1318 got a divorce or an annulment, whatever. Elizabeth of Lancaster and John Hastings, Anne of York and Henry Holland in 1472. Louis VII of France and Joan of France. And then Margaret Tudor, cuz, and Archibald Douglas in 1527.
Margaret Tudor.
1527. Is that the Tudors?
Might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So an earl was kind of a title like a duke, but then a duke superseded it, and it's all to do with your heirs and who gets what. And
fucking landowning shit.
Yeah,
I
like
see.
what goes where.
See, you go to history class, and it just boils down to fucking landowning and money, and certain people had land and money, and then certain people were working for those people, and they were peasants, and they kept those modes of control because they were smarter.
Because it's all the same now.
More
It's
educated.
just different names, different things. It's still the gap's the same. We don't die from the same diseases, but we still die. Like, who knows, bro? 200 years from now, like dying of cancer at 75, 80 years old, which would be like, that's a great life. People might be saying, do you remember when people used to die, period?
Yeah.
Like, what about when we fucking merge with artificial intelligence? Like, people are going to be like, can you believe people used to not be able to be here forever?
I mean, it's different now that you can work your way up a lot easier, but make no mistake, me and you have the careers that we have, are even doing this podcast because we're trying to get more money, right?
Yeah.
And we're trying to have careers.
Yeah.
Right? Zach included.
Yeah.
Right? But there's some people who are just born into money who, if they would be doing this, they'd be doing this strictly to pass time. They just never need money.
Yeah.
And those are the elites people. And that would be equivalent to an earl or a duke in
that's like
in
Anderson
history.
Cooper. Like, he's one of the Vanderbilts. Like, he doesn't need to be going. He just does shit to do it.
He doesn't
need anything.
He doesn't need to do anything.
No,
yeah.
he's just from a royal elite family.
I give him credit though. Guy works hard.
That's what for
True
Anderson
blue
Cooper,
gay.
Absolutely true blue gay, top shelf gay. If he goes into like war torn countries to like report like out of the goodness of his heart, or because he really wants to like help, and he doesn't have to do any of that shit. He's a fucking trillionaire.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was what is he?
Vanderbilt.
He's a Vanderbilt. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, isn't he Gloria Vanderbilt's son? I don't even know who Gloria Vanderbilt is.
Well, we got Zachy on the case right now, but I believe you're right. I believe you are right.
Yeah, cuz look, divorce been happening since day one. It is on the rise. People we're third in the world for divorce. I don't know countries that don't get divorced. I mean, I just don't know, cuz
you mean which country would be the least?
The least, I don't know who gets divorced the least. I would get, if I had to guess, maybe it's fucking Chinese. Do the Chinese get divorced?
I would have to.
They probably just kill their wives.
I know Orthodox Jews is tough to get a divorce.
You can't, right?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It's like almost illegal or something. So I don't know, but that's not a country.
Yeah.
I mean, who gets divorced?
Lowest official rate is in Chile with 3%.
That's fucking wild.
Wow.
They're Catholic too, aren't they?
Yeah,
Chile's a Catholic country.
Very religious place.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interessante. Interesting. How about the gay marriage divorce rate?
I think that's low too. I would guess gay marriage divorce is low.
No, I would say the women is low, lesbians is low. Gay
Guys
dudes,
is high?
guys don't like to be tied down. Guys just do not like to be tied down. We're about to find out. Zach is Googling the gay divorce rate. The true blue divorce rate. What is it?
A TBD.
I bet you it's 100%. 97%. Gotta be.
I'm not finding any numbers. I'm seeing that it's higher than people would think. Let's see. Because I think it gets counted in with the normal divorce rate. I'm not sure if there's like a separate gay marriage divorce rate.
Well, you just got to go to some of the right-wing sites that Chrissy has bookmarked.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you what the divorce rate is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where you got InfoWars bookmarked on your phone?
No, Breitbart?
Breitbart or anything?
I don't really know anything about anything, like alt-right stuff. Like, even like what's going on in the news right now. Like, to be honest with you, like anytime, like I'll put on like CNN or even like Fox News or anything, it's always like Trump Comey or like Trump investigations, Robert Mueller. Like I just don't watch it. I just put on SportsCenter or I watch fucking Trolls on Netflix. I just don't care anymore. Is that bad?
No, it's a good time to tune out.
I just don't care.
Because
it's annoying.
Syria could be the end of everything.
Do you really feel that, Yannis? You think that we're going down the path now?
It could be, man. It seems like there's a lot of powerful interest there, and usually that's how. If you look back at World War I and World War II, it happens like that, where the proxy wars become actual wars. At some point, that's going to happen. Us and Russia and China, we've all been fucking around with these proxy wars for a long time. In Korea, in fucking Afghanistan, all over the place, even including Cold War stuff like Cuba. Eventually, it's going to get fucking real, you know? Right. It's going to get fucking real. We're going to shoot. It's probably be some accidental shit where we bomb some Russian outposts. We didn't know they were there. And
then we kill actual Russian soldiers, and then it's a problem.
Yeah, which I think already happened once. In Syria by accident. And it wasn't Russian soldiers, Russian mercenaries or
because that's going to be
contractors. I think that happened already. So, but anyway, Henry's divorce or attempt to divorce, the battle for that happened in 1527. So it's really only been a couple centuries, where in the Western world, divorce became, part of the public consciousness. And it was the word divorce was created, Catherine of Aragon, and then Henry broke with Rome in 1533 and declared himself the head of the new church. That happened in 1533. 1533. So, not that long ago, not that fucking long ago.
So I found some numbers on these gay marriages.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of by area. In the United States, there's not like a huge amount of numbers because it actually is like kind of new if you actually look back at the time. I'm getting a common answer of 2 to 5%. But in the United Kingdom, it's found that it's up to 78%, and lesbians are 2.5 times more likely to divorce than gay male couples.
Wow. Yeah, because women can be really naggy, and when you get two of them in there, they crossing streams. Streams of nagginess. It's like Ghostbusters. You're just crossing streams.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm being sexist right now, but
and
I mean the numbers don't lie. 78%, 78%,
up to 78%
in England.
Yeah, in the UK.
And the United States, you said 2%.
I'm finding a bunch of different answers, but the common ground I'm finding is 2% to 5%.
That's pretty low. Yeah. Fucking gays figured it out. But here's the actual when the divorce was 1552. That was the first. Henry's marriage to Anne led to precisely one divorce in 1552.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Oh, there you go. Another fart. 3. But the term was not even used again after 1552.
Yeah, until 1671.
1670.
Close.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. See?
Yeah, even while Protestant Europe was beginning to embrace that idea that there could indeed be justifiable reasons for ending a marriage, England actually made a fucking turn backwards. And not only did Henry the Eighth's new church come out against divorce, but it also far outstripped Catholic Europe in the restrictions on the granting of annulment. So they went backwards. They were granting divorces and then they went fucking full backwards.
Interesting.
Yeah. The Church of England's resistance to divorce. That's pretty ironic that the Church of England was founded in divorce because of divorce.
Yeah.
And then they went back strongly against it.
Yeah.
And the resistance to divorce was so strong that the only route to a divorce actually became had to go through an act of Parliament. So a law that was voted through both houses of Parliament. So it became pretty fucking hard to get a divorce.
What is the Church of England today? Is it still just the Church of England?
Yeah.
Is that still the name of it?
Yeah. When a divorce law
Yeah, it
was
still
finally...
is.
Then there was a divorce law enacted in 1857. And that's when the floodgates opened. Fucking people were like, I'm done. But I guess before that, they just kind of white-knuckled through.
Yeah.
The number of divorces in English history stood only at a mere 324, though. So only 324 people got divorced.
Sorry, guys.
To that point.
Yeah.
Only 4 of the 324 cases were brought by women.
'Cause
It was all dudes
It was all
asking
dudes.
for divorces.
Well, because, it was sick, too. Back in the day, if you got divorced, if the woman, even if, it was agreed to, the woman still had to act like the guy was her husband. So he could go fuck other bitches and be married. But if they found out she was with other dudes, they'd fucking kill her.
It was a real patriarchal system, no question, right?
Yeah, I mean, those are good old days, no? Hold on.
Here comes another one. Your farts sound like
Yeah.
there's something wrong with your...
That was a fart where I have such a weird shaped asshole that sometimes I rip a fart so hard that it blows a breeze on the back of my testicles.
It sounds like there's something wrong with your fucking asshole.
Yeah, maybe it's warts?
Yeah. The 1857 Matrimonial Causes Act allowed ordinary people to divorce. So that's when it started,
Yeah.
really.
Because-
So it didn't start, even though it traces back to 1527 with fucking Henry VIII, a common person could not get a divorce until 1857.
Which is wild.
So people were just probably white-knuckling it, cheating, but they just, like you said, they continue to act like
They
man
would
and woman.
separate, but they just wouldn't get divorced.
They just couldn't get divorced.
Yeah. Well, because...
It was like an illegal abortion. You couldn't officially get it done, but you do it in a back alley.
You know what? I got good news for you, because you're not going to be one of the 324 divorced people, because what's going to happen for you is wedding's going to be great. You're going to have children. And then what's
the point of me getting divorced? What's the point?
Well, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Your wife...
Except freedom.
Your wife... Yeah, but you don't want that. Your wife is going to one day, come home, and you're going to be masturbating with stockings on in the Maurice wig. And you're going to be watching, transgender porn, kind of, and your baby's going to be like sleeping and, like coughing for air, and you're so locked in. And what she's going to say, she's kind of going to all hit her. She's going to say, I thought I married a man, but I married a woman trapped inside what used to be a man's body.
A woman that used to be trapped inside a man's body. God messed up. That's right.
So she's going to accept that, and being the good-hearted person that she is, she's going to say, for the sake of our child, I'm not going to get a divorce, but I want you to express who you really are. And what's going to happen is she's going to marry like an actual real man, and you're just going to be like the third wheel woman of the relationship. You're going to be like you know what's going to be great for you? You know what's actually really going to happen? I think you're going to get what you've always wanted, is you truly will become
a woman.
A woman, but you'll be in a situation where you started as a man, and then you started as the father role, but you're going to then take on the mother role, and you're going to finally morph into an actual hyena, and you are going to be the human embodiment of a fucking pseudo penis, and that's what's going to happen.
Yes.
And Zach's shaking his head because we know we kind of just hit it. So don't worry about divorce. You didn't marry the kind of woman who's going to divorce you. You married the kind of woman who's going to say, I accept you for the actual woman that you are, and you'll be my best friend, and we'll name our son, Victor Oso, whatever the fuck Greek name you can name your son.
I really don't know who I am deep down.
Yeah.
This, I tell you, when I'm trying to find like what feels the best,
Yep.
this right here feels the best.
You know how you always...
Does this sound natural to you?
You know how you always joke with me and
Yes.
you say there's a sense of calmness that happens when I eat a black and white cookie?
Yes.
There's a sense of calmness I see when you talk.
I could just be like this.
Yeah, when you talk like a millennial girl.
Yeah.
It just,
That's why they're probably so free, the millennials.
Yeah.
They don't have any stress, and like you could be a straight guy and be like, this is how I talk.
Yeah.
Let's go. Where are we going tonight?
Yeah.
Fucking cool. We're getting Thai food. So cool. Well, we had Thai yesterday. Let's go get Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
That's what I call the rich person trail off when they're like too tired to just like finish the word. You know, have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
They just kind of like trail off.
It's like California, do you want some more avocado?
Just like, they never had to like put any effort into anything their whole life.
Because it was just like legit handed to me.
So it's like, that guy is such an oppressive, like, right-wing Trump supporter.
Because... You know what we got to do?
What?
We have to read our Patreon number.
Are we at the end of the episode already?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that flew by. That was the hardest work I've ever done.
Okay.
And we really worked hard for that.
Thank you so much for listening. Like, we totally talked about King Henry VIII.
Yes.
Okay, so... First up, thank you for the new Patreon members who have joined. If you guys liked our you guys like our podcast, thank you for listening on iTunes or wherever you guys are listening. If you want to become part of our channel and want to become part of our community, go to patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. Join our community, $1, $5, whatever you got. And there's a lot of there's a lot of bonuses.
They're prizes. You can think of them as prizes.
Yeah, I like to say prizes.
Yeah, prizes is fun. I'm going to start, when I pitch it, I'm going to call them prizes.
And so our community is called the Matriarch because we're hyenas and it's a matriarchal society. So the new members of the Matriarch are, he's first on the list, but I'm gonna put him last. Okay. So first off, we got Jennifer Ann. Thank you. 2 first names.
Ooh, maybe related to Amber Lynn. Amber.
Jennifer
close.
Ann. King Henry VIII would behead you. Brad Seaman.
Yo,
Fucking
Brad
good
Seaman.
name, Brad Seaman.
Yeah, he was in our live chat today.
Yeah. Mike Dominy.
Yo, what up, Mike Dominy?
D.
How you doing?
Susan Taylor.
Susan.
Evan Scott.
Oh, that's a real wasp name. Evan Scott.
He's got a mustache.
He owns the color red, his family.
Evan Scott. He's a fucking good kid. And then here's one of yours.
Yeah.
Adis Intezempelis.
Aristicanis posisere. Iselina Kamalaka.
Yes. This next guy's named Mutated Axe Wound.
Mutated Axe Wound.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a guy you're going to Snapchat with for the next couple months.
Yep.
Like, I couldn't believe it. He seemed like a normal guy.
Yeah, then he just showed me pictures of victims in his basement.
And then he started sending me Snapchats of his open asshole with a picture of Chris in there.
Yeah, and I was like, it's whatever. It's weird,
whatever, dude. Yeah, yo, here's my phone number. Text me when you're in town.
Yeah.
And by the way, we record in this address at this time. Come on down. Bring us smoothies.
Yeah. Michael Geary.
Michael Geary, what up, cuz?
Ricky Regalado.
Yo, Ricky's a good name.
Ricky. Blair Burke, another wasp.
Blair's definitely a waspy.
Bobby Boucher.
Yo, Bobby Boucher, fucking, you got some fucking spaghetti?
Shawnee McGinnis.
Shawnee, how you doing?
Sean, how are you?
So your parents here, they became cops and you're a cop.
Mark
You're fucking
Cicero.
coppers.
Mark Cicero.
Yo, Mark Cicero, Roman kid.
Hey, and then Mark. We got Mark Cicero, and then we got Mikey Caruso.
Yo, Mikey Caruso, how you doing? You a detective in the 7-3, the 7-4, the 7-5, or the 7-6?
Then we got Goran Sifajanovic, fucking Goran from today.
Yeah, Goran.
Goran's a good kid. And then last but not least, I wanted to end on a fucking guy who we told him on Facebook Live today that he was this week's Pseudo Penis of the Week. PPW for his work that he's been doing, guys.
Hold on. Hyena cackles.
He's been the one who, every time we post a meme of our faces on someone else's body, it's usually either one guy, his name is Jeff Venecia, who we've shouted out before, but the guy who's really been doing it, and Jeffs are great, but the guy who's really been doing it, like stepping up above and beyond and giving us one, sometimes 2 a day. Let's clap it up. Pseudo Penis of the Week. Andrew Agos. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for your service, Andrew Agos.
You can see all of the memes he creates, all the Photoshop photos of me and Chris in the Bay Ridge Boys group on Facebook.
We really appreciate all your work. You are the PPW Pseudo Penis of the Week. Thank you guys so much for all your support and for listening. Go to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys. Be a part of our community. And as I say at the end of every episode, if you guys know a baker or you know anyone who's into cake designs, if they could design and bake us a cake in the shape of a hyena pseudo penis, we would be forever grateful, and you would be the honorary pseudo penis of the week, PPW, for 5 weeks in a row.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do with this pseudo penis? Are they sending it to us, or they're just taking a picture and showing us, and then they're going to eat who's going to fucking present a cake of a pseudo penis to somebody to eat? What are they supposed to do with it?
If you live in the New York area, and
don't give our address out
I
over
won't
the
give it away
fucking
on public, but you can message us. You can brb.patreon.com patreon@gmail.com. Send us an email or write in the community board that you can do it, and then we'll find a way to you message us, or we'll find a way to message you, and you'll be able to present the pseudo penis cake to us here in the studio, and we'll eat it. And even though the owner of the studio, Robert Kelly, will kill someone, I mean, he almost killed Yannis for eating a piece of shawarma, we will defy all the rules and we'll eat the cake live on the air in the studio.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Bye.
Thank you.